What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy New Year. Happy 2023. I'm coming on here to check in with you guys and see if anybody has seen the I Want to Dance with Somebody movie and if they want to share their review. So listen, start from the beginning. Tell us your name and then tell us about the movie and what you thought about it.
I call Q my auntie. I call her my auntie. I fell in love with the movie because me, you, and all of us, we be very selective about these movies about Whitney. And I went Saturday. I went Saturday and I went by myself and I sat on the front row because I had to see everything. I didn't want nobody in my way. I had to see everything. And I actually enjoyed it. I give it a 10. I do. I give it a 10. I give it a 10.
Wow.
I give it a 10.
Wait, out of 10? Listen, y'all. She done gave it a 10. So would you recommend other fans to check it out?
Actually, I would. And I think that was the thing. Like, I didn't know at first because I was like, oh. I kept telling my friends, I was like, y'all, it's another Whitney movie. I don't think I want to see it. And then something was like, just go. And so I went and I sat and I watched and I just loved it. And you know, I've been telling you for the longest that I love to sing. Like that's one of my. And I was sitting in there too, and I wanted to cry. And I don't know if I wanted to cry about my personal life or was it just that the music, but the movie was just touching me deeply. But I wanted to cry. Like I feel and just overjoyed that like I miss her so much, and I wish I got a chance to meet her because she was more than what the people was writing up about her. Like she was more than that. Like she cared, and I think a scene from the movie when she gave that man $100 tip, like that showed everything about her. Like she just really was a beautiful person, and she just wanted to be herself. And the fact that she had so many obstacles that was hindering her from being herself, like when they brought those clothes into her dressing room and she said, "Can I just be myself?" That touched me. Me because everybody wanted something from her. Everybody. She was paying for literally everybody to survive, and nobody helped her. And another scene that broke my heart was when Sissy came to find her, and she was strung out, and it was just like she was tired. She had to take care of so many people. She was in debt. And I don't think people knew that. Like, her money was being used. And she was tired. And all she wanted was peace with her daughter. Like, she just wanted peace with her daughter. She wanted to raise her daughter in a peaceful and a positive environment. And she couldn't do that. And I did. I think I always said I wanted Robin to tell her story because I feel like Robin know more than anybody. And I have recently ran across your post where you met someone who wrote, I want to run to you. You recently ran into someone who wrote for her, and he said she would still be here if Robin was with her. And I believe him. I believe in him so much when he said that because it's young artists like me that wanted the opportunity to just be in her presence. I wanted to be in Whitney's presence. I wanted to, because I'm not one of those fans that's like, hey, Whitney, can I take a picture? I'm not one of those fans. I actually want to sit down and have a normal conversation. Like, how are you mentally, Whitney? Like, I would have been one of those fans that asked her how she is mentally. Not, can I get a picture? All in your face. Like, I would not have been that fan. And I'm so happy that you were one of those fans that got a chance to talk to her. Like, grill her brain, like, you got a chance. Like, every time I think, I wasn't even thought of when you sat down with Whitney. I wasn't even born when you sat down with Whitney. I came years later,
And it's so crazy that you came years later and you
like,
know about it.
Because I studied it. Like, I think in 2020, I was watching so many videos of her performing. Like, I was watching so many videos of her performing, and it's like I just studied because she's one of the greats. She's the voice. So you cannot study the greats and not study Whitney. Like, what? You can't. Like, that's impossible to be an artist and not know who Whitney is. You know? And it just hurts my heart that she was only 48. You know what I'm saying? And Bobby Christina, I wanted to talk to her so bad. And I think I told you the story my grandma told me. She was like, you should write Bobby Christina and tell her that you know how it is, how she feels. Because, you know, I had lost my mama like a year before Whitney passed, my mama passed. You know, so my grandmother kept telling me, like, you should write Bobby Christina. You should talk to her. And I kept telling my grandma, I will. But my grandma ended up passing 6 months later after my mom did. So I feel like I didn't have no woman figures because my women figures gone. And then like when it got to 2015, that's the year Bobby Christina passed. So I was like, oh my God, I didn't get a chance to tell her like that I understand and that I get it. Like, we didn't get a chance to vibe, you know. I feel like I could have. And then after Bobby Christina, I was getting close to Bobby Brown Jr. Yes, I started getting close to Bobby Brown Jr. and it was crazy. Like, I was like getting attached to him, and one of his former girlfriends had reached out to me, and she was like, I guess, you know, Bobby is the reason why we connected. You know what I'm saying? Because she was telling me like he wrote a lot of songs about her, and she was sharing the songs with me. And I was like, dang, I was like, I just got close with this man, and because, you know, he loved Whitney. He loved her a lot. Bobby Brown Jr. Yes, Bobby Brown Jr.
Oh, he did.
You couldn't say nothing bad about Whitney around him. He didn't play about her. I don't know about the rest of them, but like Bobby Brown Jr., yes, he was attached to Whitney. He still posted about her. You know, he still talked about her. Like, he never forgot about her. Because, you know, she used to take care of him. And, you know, and when people try to make it seem like she was mean because she didn't want to take pictures and here and there, no, she was just tired. She had to endure so much. She really did. And she had to deal with the fact of remaking all this money that was stolen from her. Like, and people, I don't think people understand it. People was taking from her. Like, and the only person that understood her was Robin. And I don't care what anybody feels, but Robin had her back. Robin was trying to protect her. Robin knew. And I was so happy when Robin spoke her truth, because that's Robin's truth. And nobody can take that from her. You know, she was there with Whitney. She watched Whitney cry. You know, she watched Whitney go through every emotions that we never can imagine that Whitney had. Robin was there. So when people start coming in and thinking they knew, you know, Robin was like, okay, well, since you got it, okay, sweetheart, I'm going to go about my business. And I don't think Robin really left her. I think Robin just felt like, you know what, since I'm not needed, I'm going to go. I'm going to separate myself, but I still love you. I think it was more of a separation. It wasn't I'm just leaving you. It was more of like, I'm going to separate myself from this situation, because it was getting toxic for her. You know, it was getting very toxic. And I think I wrote on your post, I was like, I wish I want to be graced with Robin's presence. I want to talk to her because I'm a Sagittarius and she is too. So yeah, she is too. And I know how hard we love. We love very hard. We love very hard. So
really? Okay.
And I'm dealing with a situation now about like loving somebody hard. So, and that hurts when a person just don't want to, like, they know you love them, but they afraid of your type of love because they never experienced it. So they just go to what they feel like is best for them, and then it end up not being what's best for them. And
Mhm.
I'm just so happy that you continue the For the Love of Whitney, because I love being able to at least feel like Whitney is still here with us. I like
She
having
is.
that feeling.
No, she really is. Her spirit is. She really is. Her physical body passed, but
And
Whitney's spirit is big.
it is, because I don't think I never told you this, but I was doing something with my tour cards. I had stopped doing it, but I started talking. I was asking the higher power about Bobby Brown Jr. And I had closed my eyes, and he lit up. He lit up inside of me. And I dropped my cards because I was like, oh, this is really real. This is real. Like, this is why they tell you don't play with that.
Yeah.
You know,
Don't play with
unless
that.
you know what you're
Unless you
doing.
know
That's
what
why
you're
they tell you
doing.
not to play with that. And so my friend was like,
Yeah.
so you gonna talk to Whitney? I said, no. I'm not messing with Whitney. And I kept telling him, I was like, I'm not messing with Whitney, because what the thing is, because Bobby Christina has crossed over, Whitney is all about her child. You know how much she wanted that life with her and her child. Like, she wanted it to be peaceful with her and her child. So you coming with her, if you messing with her on the other side, you better have something to talk about, because you can't be
Well,
you can't be messing with her spirit. That's why I kept
scared.
telling her, I'm sorry, I'm not messing with it. Like,
yeah, she just gonna be. Listen, she just gonna be her. You the one scared.
I kept telling my friend, no, I'm not messing with Whitney. That's what I kept saying. I'm like, I'm not messing with Whitney. I'm scared because Whitney don't play. You can't mess with her spirit. You cannot mess with her spirit. Like, you gotta have a plan. You gotta know what you gonna ask her. You can't ask her no stupid stuff. Like, if I'm gonna talk to Whitney, I gotta really talk to her. I gotta ask Whitney some good questions.
Listen, pray on it and get yourself together, okay? Listen, all right? You're going to have to get that. That's something, you're going to have to get that on your own.
He sure told me. He was
like,
like,
clarity
so you talk to Bobby Brown Jr., so when you go talk to Whitney? And I was like, I'm not talking to Whitney. No, sir. Because these people on YouTube that be messing with her spirit. And they be like, Whitney don't really want to talk. And I was like, see.
Listen, we're moving off this subject. What I want to ask you is what review do you give the movie, and would you recommend it to
I
other
give it a
fans?
10, and
you give it a 10, right?
I should go see it.
And what was your favorite part before I let you go? If you gave it a 10, you got to have a favorite part.
The national anthem.
Oh,
yeah, nice. Definitely. And
nice.
I'm trying to find it. You know me, I be trying to get on, trying to find it for my friend, because I want them to see it. Like, you know, sometimes you ain't got money to go see, so I be trying to like bootleg it on the internet and go find it for my friends, because I want them to see it. I really do. I want them to see it. But yeah, I definitely think y'all should go see Whitney.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm coming live for. So I want to talk to a few more people, because I already saw me on you already saw me on Facebook. You know I ain't trying to burn myself out before January 3rd.
You know me.
No, I'm trying to go. I'm not going to try. I'm going live a lot more this year. So I have to go live
and of home was
see my
phenomenal. When I think of home, yes. That gives me chills every time. I'm finna go watch it right now. So I'm gonna let you go and get some more people.
Well, listen, thank you for coming on and giving your view. Sorry about the whole Facebook thing, but thank you for giving the love, and you really, spoke to the movie in a personal way. So hopefully somebody will go see it because they heard you talk.
You know, y'all is my auntie.
Happy New Year to you, okay? Wishing you the best. Wishing you the best always. Wishing you nothing but love.
We coming back in February, ain't we? Because February, what happens in February. We gotta come back. That's the anniversary of her death, so we gotta come back in February.
Yes, but usually I be doing a marathon on her birthday.
You
but
know, we
yeah,
got
I'll come
to,
by
and
on that
then
too.
you know this the annual thing. I tell you every time we go live. I tell you every time we go live. We gotta go live. We gotta go live in February. We gotta go live in August. You know we got to.
Yes, you right. You right. You right. February. What?
So did
Was
you
it
see
February
her on the
11th
11th?
and August the 9th?
You see her on the 9th?
No, I saw her on the 9th. 2
You
days
did?
before. Mm-hmm. Yep, that's this picture, right? Well, wait.
And she
You see
knew you.
that?
She was like,
That's me holding the mic.
she was so happy to see you. She was so happy.
No, I was happy to see her.
I'm so happy you got to experience that. Because so many of us can get a chance to experience that. And thank you so much for keeping For the Love of Whitney alive. And I love you. I love you so much, my internet auntie. And I want you to take some more calls, and I'm going to go watch some Whitney.
Yes. Hey, listen, have you watched the documentary?
You know I did.
Okay.
I can't be calling you my auntie
I
and not watch the
I be forgetting to ask people.
That wouldn't be fair. She was Bobby Christina fan.
Right. Look,
I need to follow you. She was so happy to see you. She was. I saw that. She was so happy to see you. You're the president of the. You are president.
Because you know what? She never saw me on nobody's red. That was my first red carpet ever. So she like, what the hell? What you doing here, girl? That's exactly. She's like, what are you doing here? And I was like, to see you. You the only reason I'm here.
Act like you know.
Act like you know. Don't you know? I came to see Whitney Houston. That happened to me.
I'm so happy you got that moment.
Thank you for being happy for me for that. That was a moment. And it almost didn't happen. So I'm so grateful.
I can't wait to see. I cannot wait to see you and Tam again. Because you know I love me some Tam. I love me some Tam. Because she's just so blunt. You know what I'm saying? She's giving Whitney when she blunt. Like she don't care.
Well, she's a Leo.
And you a Cancer. And you know I'm so you my auntie. Yep. I gotta know that. Like
I know, I'm like, not you dropping the receipts. I mean, the Zodiac receipts
like Robin Crawford, so you know.
Nice. I didn't know.
Yeah, you know my birthday was,
so now I know. I
got
look y'all up.
You know, I know people don't be knowing my birthday. You know, I actually have the same birthday as my mom. She had me on her 16th birthday. Yep. And when she passed, I was just like, oh my God. Like you know.
Well, of course. She's looking down, but you have an angel.
You know, we can talk. I don't know. I feel like I need to DM you and talk personally. Because I know how DM me, girl. It's just like I be wanting to talk more, but I understand this is like a business for you and the love of Whitney, and I just want you to just be able to continue to do what you do. And it's a new year, and I want to continue to get closer with you in a positive way. So I love you, and I want you to talk to everybody.
I love you.
And I'm gonna go watch some Whitney one more time.
Come on down. Come on down.
I will.
Have a good time, sweetheart.
Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How you doing?
All right.
I mean, Uncle.
See, now I got to go. Y'all extended it even more. Talk to you later, girl. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Happy New Year to you, 2023. We made it.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Now, did you go see the movie?
I went to go see it twice so I could give you a thorough review, but I'm gonna be quick.
Come on now, listen. All I'm gonna do is shut the heck up.
So, this is what I have to say about the movie. I'm not telling nobody not to go see the movie because my opinion is my opinion, and I'm a fan.
Yeah.
So I know the outfits, the eras, the wigs, the concerts, when she got engaged to this person, when she was dating this person.
Come on.
I know all that. You know what I'm saying? So
this is
what I have to say 2 hours and 24 minutes was not enough time to go over Whitney's life and her career. They should have had a miniseries on Netflix like the Jacksons, the Temptations, etc., etc. That's all I got to say, because 2 hours and 24 minutes, and the actress was really good. All of them was really good. It wasn't a cheap movie. The performances were really good, but it was missing the human side of Whitney. They did not make her, it still felt like she wasn't a real person, and that's the problem I have with it. Like, they should have started when she was a child. Gary and Michael could have said how she was as a child.
I didn't even see Gary or Michael in the whole damn movie.
You know what I'm saying? Like, did she like the rock?
I was like, she was always with her brother.
They could have said, I remember I was reading in Sissy's book that, you know, when they were children, she liked to jump on mattresses and she liked to run around with her brothers. Like, why they didn't put that in the movies? Like, why they didn't put in the human side of her? It was good.
Somebody said thank you. It felt rushed. Tanelia, I'm glad I'm not the only one who felt that way.
Rushed. They didn't go into her modeling career. They didn't go into how she was singing behind Shaka Khan and how she went to Japan with her mom.
Come on. Like, come on with the receipts.
It was so much that they could have went over where people could have been like, damn, I didn't know that, because mostly everybody knew she liked Fruity Pebbles. Everybody knew she liked the vacuum. Like, give us something that we did not know about her, you know? And I just felt like they was trying to cover it. Like, I knew drugs was a part of her life and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I wanted to see flat out. Yeah,
but we grown.
I didn't want to see that, but we knew what it was. And even with Bobby, they made it seem like he was a shitbag. And don't get me wrong, they had a toxic relationship, but they had good times too. You don't be with nobody for 14 years and it's just 14 years of hell. Like, at least 3-4 years gotta be good. So why y'all didn't show that?
Especially the first 5.
I'm pretty sure they had good times together. I mean, it was just so much stuff from the books that I read and the documentaries that I watched and the budget. I mean, I really stalked this movie for 2 years. When they said Sony got this movie, I followed all the pages. I knew the budget. I knew everything. So if y'all had $45 million to do this movie, like, why did y'all do this like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a letdown for this to be the biopic for Whitney Houston. I'm disappointed.
But you know what it succeeded at? Let me tell you what it succeeded at. It succeeded at showing that Clive Davis was associated with her biggest whatever, and that he tried to help her, and because he was behind this movie.
I appreciate that, but she was more than that. She was more than the voice.
That's my point of saying it. It wasn't the Clive Davis movie.
Like, it was.
It was the Whitney Houston
movie. And the performances
movie.
And the wigs and everything was cool. The timeline was mixed up, but, you know, it wasn't like she was wearing like a cheap curly wig or like cheap dresses. Like, that was nice, but they could have even showed the progression of her voice and the decline of her voice and what she went through with that.
Ooh,
like,
look at you.
Put me in a director seat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have told them, like, this is what the people want to know, because it just scratched the surface of everything. It scratched the surface of a marriage.
But I really think that was the script. Like, cause the actress who played Sissy Houston was great, but she barely had any lines. Like, we didn't have no conversation. It just went so fast, and it was like accomplishment, a little bit of drugs, Bobby Brown, accomplishment,
Bobby Christina
finale.
wasn't even included, and they could have put that in how she was. They could have put in Whitney as the mother, Whitney as the daughter, Whitney as the wife, Whitney as the best friend. All the money she donated to, she just didn't get her money stolen. She helped people. She paid for Robin's mom down payment. She paid for her house. She paid for BB Winans' house. Like, she helped so many people. Why y'all didn't put that in the movie?
And her dad, even though that happened, and that's the first time I seen him, you know, kind of demonized. But she loved her dad, and we needed to see how much she loved her dad before that happened.
That's why they should have started when they was children, so they could see, okay, Sissy was on the road working, but John was there changing her diapers, teaching her how to ride a bike, combing her hair, the situation with the hanger.
And she was a daddy's girl. Like, she was a daddy's girl.
I'm so disappointed. And I mean, I'm so disappointed because I just don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it came from Pat's perspective, and Pat met her until I think it was 1990. I don't even know when her and Gary got married, but she wasn't there for her big moments. She wasn't there for her dating.
No, and Gary was married to another woman with 2 children before.
So I mean, how can Pat and Clive tell her story when they wasn't around her? Like, if they got a budget for $45 million, they should have paid Robin her cut. Hell, they should have paid Bobby. It should have been a collective effort. If it wasn't gonna be a collective effort and they couldn't put their differences aside, honestly, they could have kept that movie. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel.
Yeah. No. Like, I kind of hesitated of going live because, you know, I wasn't a fan of it, but I didn't want to prevent the positive things because like on Rotten Tomatoes, it got like a 93%, 92% audience score, but the critics was 43%. And I was with the critics.
I got that though, because Whitney had a bigger audience than just us. So she had fans in Italy and Japan and I mean, even in Saudi Arabia, you know, different people. So they just looking at the voice, and that's who they love and that's who they know. But us, I'm talking about the fans who followed her. I mean, the fans who follow her through her whole career and everything that she went through, it's a letdown. It really is. It's not bad. It's not terrible. But for the true fans, it's bad.
Yeah. And I felt like when there was the era of My Love Is Your Love, why don't we got the My Love Is Your Love wig to go with that?
I'm Your Baby Tonight outfits for the My Love, Your Love tour. That's why I was so confused. And even when her and Bobby Brown went to the AMAs together, I think it was the AMAs. The Billboard.
The Billboard in the red.
I was so confused because how did they get married after that? They got married before that. Like, make it make sense.
Exactly. Well, my thing is, how do you get stuff wrong that we can check on Google?
Girl, I don't know. To the people that's watching, go watch it for yourself, make up your own opinion, but that's all I have to say about it. I wasn't in the director's chair. I don't have nothing against Clive and Pat. I just feel like if this is like the final farewell, and I know she's gonna have other things come out for her legacy, but for this to be the movie, the Whitney Houston movie, y'all could have did better than that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I was like, when I left the theater, I just looked up to the ceiling. I said, sorry, Whitney. They still ain't got it right.
Like, and I feel like they're trying to protect things because nobody wants to be the responsible person. But honestly, and I don't want this to seem harsh, but this movie could have helped somebody. It could have helped somebody who's struggling with addiction, with mental health, with family that's stealing from them, family that's taking advantage of them, people who feel misunderstood. Like, this could have been something to help somebody. That's why you're supposed to be honest. The Bobby Brown movie was more honest than this movie, and that was on BET. And they had a cheaper budget.
They didn't have no $45 million.
The drugs, they didn't want to show Whitney in a negative light, but they could have showed her in a positive light, and they could have made the drugs about, don't do this. You know what I'm saying? This is not good. This is what happens when you do drugs. Learn from this. You know, it still could have been a learning experience. And it was so dark the way it ended. I know she passed away tragically, but they just made it seem like she was just stuck in this little cage for her whole life. Like she just sing, well, not her whole life, but as soon as she got famous, she just sing and did drugs and was with Bobby, and that's it. Like she didn't have no good time. She didn't go on vacation. She didn't. I mean, damn, it's just all dark.
Yeah, yeah, yep. And it was so super fast for it to be a 2.5 hour. I mean, you know, for it as long as it was, how they, I don't know, they just skipped through so much stuff
They could
so
have got
quickly.
rights from. I feel like they was rushing because they wanted to do it for the 10-year anniversary of her passing, so they could kind of get that boost of her memory. Because I know when Michael Jackson passed, and they made the video game, and that kind of immortalized him. So they wanted to do the same thing with her. But I just feel like y'all should have just took y'all time. Like what was the rush? And they had us like grabbed in by Bohemian Rhapsody, because that is a good movie. So even I was like, okay, yeah, they got it.
You right, but the script, I was like, what? It just didn't have enough story. It was just, you didn't know why things happened. They just popped up, and that was there. Like it was.
And even I know
it was all
Bobby,
over the place.
And I'm gonna let somebody else get on or whatever. So I'm gonna hurry up and see what I got to say. But even Bobby, when he was speaking to, I think a medium, a Hollywood medium, he said Whitney was private herself. So maybe she didn't let people in, but I know she let Robin in. I know Robin could have gave at least in the early years, so we could see where the decline happened. It was just so many gaps in that movie, and like I said before, she should have had a series, like 2 hours and 24 minutes.
Yeah, I think you know what? Like I think that's so accurate, because like with the Jacksons, you know, that was all the way up to what, just Michael's solo, and that was like a TV event, you know, mini series. And it would have been great for like Netflix, like, you know how they got like The Crown, they had Kanye part 1, part 2, part 3. Like it should have been something like a limited series, so we could really get to know the person behind the voice.
Pat is not like
these are facts. This isn't shade
coming from me, because who was that light skinned woman that was playing Pat? I don't understand that. Who was that? They could have found the little chocolate lady to play her.
Somebody said that.
What was that? Bobby Christina was light skinned. John Houston was light skinned. What is this? Like, it don't make sense to me. Everybody else, okay, whatever. Naomi Aki is okay. This is my good thing, because I don't want to seem like I'm bashing. Naomi is a good ass actress, though. I'm gonna give it that, because that's why it was bearable to watch. Because I don't want to give away the movie, but when Clive said she needed to go to rehab, I knew who she was playing. I knew I could believe it, even though she don't look like her. But I could believe it. She was very believable. So if she was to win an award for that, I'd be like, okay, you did. You can't get mad at the actor, because she's just getting paid to do a job. So she did what she was supposed to do.
And listen, she can only work with what y'all give her. So even if she finds all the nuances of Whitney Houston, the script is still limiting.
They said the original cut was 4 hours. That's what Cassie Lemon said, and she said she's gonna release it. But honestly, I would have sat in the theaters with my Red Bull and for 4 hours, just like Avatar was 3 hours.
Me
and Black
too.
Panther was like almost 3 hours. I would have sat there for 4 hours and watched it.
Listen, I sat almost 3 hours for Avatar. Over 3 hours. So if it's something you want to see, you're gonna sit there and watch it. And like Whitney's been gone for a decade. And everybody, I think, was so waiting for this to be everything, especially when you got Clive Davis behind it, meaning that, you know, there was going to be some.
That's what you think. Now, Pat, I'm not. I hate to bash her, because I think she's just doing the best she can. But they should have let Pat sit this one out, because it's like everything that she do, from the hologram to that soundtrack for this movie, to all of this stuff. It's janky. Like, I don't know how else to say it. The things that she do, even the perfume. I got the perfume. It smells good, but it's not. She could have did better. Like, Clive, because
we're not talking about anybody. I think that's honest. The thing. We're not talking about
just being honest. Like,
yeah, we're talking about Whitney Houston. So you're gonna expect Whitneyism, because Whitney gave her excellence. So anything associated with her, you want to be like top tier.
I mean, the movie, I'm gonna leave the movie alone, but the soundtrack is trash. Sorry.
Tell me why.
I don't like them. It's a few mixes I like, but what they could have did, because of course Whitney is deceased, so of course she can't sing her own soundtrack. But what they could have done was got people who was influenced by her, just like the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack, Fantasia, Brandy, Monica, Beyonce probably wouldn't have did it. She don't never show up to nothing. But they could have got R&B singers who was influenced by Whitney to maybe do covers or do a collective, you know what I'm saying? Like something like a unified thing. Because I really do feel like that was what Whitney was about. They could have put that in the movie too, how she supported people, how she supported other artists,
especially young like, female singers.
It's so, I mean, and God forgive me, but I know Pat was trying to make money. But if she would have did this the right way, she would have made so much money. If she would have had a Netflix deal, if she would have took time and put into that album, if she would have took time and put it
would be the number one for so many. Like, it would be a legacy thing. People would watch that forever.
She could have did so much, and I know she's trying to protect Whitney, and I know she's trying to protect Bobby Christina, and I know she probably not trying to dig into Bobby and Whitney business, because Bobby is still here. Bobby moved on. He got a new family, and I'm pretty sure she don't want no defamation cases. But if it's the truth, I just put it in there. You know, I guess she trying not to hurt people's feelings, but if it's the truth.
Well, we don't really know what she's trying to do. We just know what she's doing.
It's a money grab. Just like that claim in that documentary, and Beyond and Sissy said that wasn't true. That essay claim. They want money. Like, keep it a buck. Whitney took care of her whole family, and she's still doing it now.
Her whole family. Look, her whole family and a couple of friends.
That she's still taking care of people. Even after that, people are making money off of her name, and it's sad because, okay, you could have made that money off that movie, but that really should have been a celebration of her life.
Yes. I wanted to love it so badly, but I can't. I mean, just because I want to, don't mean
it's
I can.
To the real fans, and I mean,
it is. I'm so thankful for your honest review of the movie and the soundtrack. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give it, and would you recommend it for other fans to check out?
All right, I recommend everybody to go see it. For the actors, I give them a 10 out of 10. For the movie, I give it a 1 out of 10. Sorry.
Fair. Yeah. Why you got to be sorry? That's what happened. That's what happened when you watched it. If it gave you 10 vibes, that's what you would have gave it.
Y'all just go on YouTube and watch her performances, to be honest. Watch the live concert in Brazil. That's my favorite.
Oh, girl, I was talking about that on another live. I was like, that's one of my favorites, mainly because the audience gave her the love she deserved.
That red and that purple. Like, they could have recreated that. That outfit was fire. Like, that outfit was everything.
Yeah.
But that's all I got to say. Thank you for having me up here. I love your channel. I love your.
Oh, thank you for supporting it.
Because you love Whitney, and I love you for loving Whitney, and I love your channel. And that's all I got to say.
Yes. Listen, long as you can tell I love Whitney, that does it for me.
Well, thank you.
But you have listen. Happy New Year, and thanks for giving your critique. I agree with almost all of it.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. Let's see who else would like to come. I got, 2 more people. And then I'm going to hop off of here.
Can you drop me? How you drop me?
Let me see. I don't know how to do it, girl. Let me see. Remove somebody.
I'm going to come out and come back in.
Yeah, I don't know how to take it off.
Oh yeah.
What's your name?
Hi. It's Marco. We talked like a while back. Yeah. On live.
We did?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's
nice to
nice
see you
to
again.
see you again as well. Oh yeah.
Yes. Happy New Year.
Same to you. And I wanted to talk about the movie and stuff.
Give us your review.
I honestly I enjoyed it, but I feel like it could have been better. Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm glad you at least enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did enjoy it, but I was confused because they never talked about her third album, her fourth one, or and they only talked about her fifth album a little bit.
Yeah. Yep. They didn't mention Waiting to Exhale, The Preacher's Wife, Cinderella. Like there was a whole bunch that was left out. But yeah, I think they need to do something else.
I mean, I was also very disappointed, and I feel like they should have also had Mariah Carey in the movie.
Yeah, when they did their
and also she was actually great friends with her.
Yeah,
and
they were cool.
I was also wondering why Brandy was not in the movie at all, because they actually met and stuff.
Yeah, but you know, Whitney met everybody, child. Whitney met, Brandy loves Whitney like we do, but Whitney done met everybody. So they could have put everybody in the movie if that was the reason.
I see your point. I enjoyed it, but I was confused on the bodyguard because she said in a interview that it took her 2 years to actually decide to do the actual movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And Kevin Costner called her for a long time to get her to agree to do that movie. So I was confused by that too.
I was also very confused because it just went straight into the movie. Yeah, it was for
quick,
like
right?
a few spots, and that's about it. And her second movie, well, they didn't talk about it, or her third movie.
No.
And
nope. Now, The Bodyguard was her biggest movie, so I get it. But, like, it's not like she had 10 movies. She only had a few, so to me, they could have been mentioned. But I don't know if they just had enough time. Even though it was 2 hours, it was still rushed.
But I feel like if they could have did it right, I feel like on Netflix it would have been like the best option.
Yes.
Or a 3-part series like on TV or something.
Yes, because I feel like we would have gotten to know her. We would have gotten some humanity, some conversations, but it was just like accomplishment, performance, like, you know, what happened? Who would you talk? Like, it was hardly no conversation or reasoning as to why this happened or why you felt a certain kind of way. It was so quick. And at the end, I think they should have, don't you, like, I don't know if you feel this way, but at the end, when they had the performance of her at the American Music Awards, I feel like it should have dissolved into the real Whitney.
It could have been that. Like, I feel like that would have been even better. And I was also very confused that we never saw Babyface or Reed.
No.
L.A. Reid.
Who, Babyface and who? Yeah, because I'm Your Baby Tonight was such a departure from, you know, the first two albums, because, you know, it was a different level of urban and all kinds of things. So yeah, that was a big deal to leave them out.
I feel like some people apparently, like, I found out that, like, her third album, some people didn't like it because she was going into, like, a more serious image and stuff on the film.
Well, she you know, she was more like, if you think about the second album, it was more mainstream pop. You remember, this is the actual, you see how her hair was, it was like, you know. But I'm Your Baby Tonight, when she hooked up with L.A. Reid and Babyface, it was more urban. It was like, she was, you know, it was more black sounding, more R&B, and she might have got criticism for that.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it
still was a great album. It's one of my favorites.
It's actually my favorite album of her. Yeah, I have it on cassette, on CD, and vinyl. Yeah.
Not cassette.
It's right here.
Look at there, oh, man! I remember. I don't even know where mine is. Boy, you got all.
Yeah,
I
also have Yeah, I also sent you a picture of the magazine that I bought of her life.
Nice. Well, I want to know, what, out of 1 out of 10, what do you give this movie, and what would you recommend
I would rank
to someone else?
Probably a 6 out of 10. I feel like it was good, and the actress, she did the best she could actually do, and I feel like I was just very confused, and they left out, like, a big chunk. So and I feel like she should have also got Babyface to also get involved, and a lot of things were left out, and her fourth album, I was just like confused because Bobby, like, he was, like, also in charge of that of the actual making of the album, and we never saw them working on the fourth album.
Yeah, they left. I mean, but with somebody as big as and iconic as Whitney Houston, I totally agree. I think a limited series on Netflix or a mini series probably would have been a better option for us to know and not leave anything out, because we don't just want to, like, we want to know her.
Yeah, I agree, and
you know?
it could have been, like, more longer. I mean, I was disappointed, but I was just happy that I saw a biopic of her, and I've been a fan for, like, a few years. I mean, I guess when she was here, I didn't appreciate her because I wasn't into R&B as much, and I regretted not being a fan of her when she was here.
But guess what? You're a fan now, so that's all that matters. But thank you for coming on and sharing your review. So you would recommend other people?
I would recommend it, but I would have to tell people that it's good, but it's not gonna tell everything about her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would talk even more about it, but I guess you want other people to join the live.
Well, yeah. And this is my second live. I just wanted to get a few more. I'm gonna talk to maybe one more person, and I'll come back. Like, you know, I'm gonna go live more often in 2023. So we'll have, you know, chances to talk a lot about many different things about Whitney, the movie, you know, other stuff
Yeah,
as well.
and
That you guys want
it
to
was
talk
nice
about.
talking to you, and I'm I, I'm just still jealous that you actually met her.
Listen, I would be too. I think everybody who loved her or who loves her like you do, like I do, I wish we all would have got a chance to meet her, because like if you think she's just a nice person, you know, just from your observation, you would have been blown away by how cool she was in person. So she
Yeah,
was
and
a very nice person.
I believe that, and I only saw her in a dream where I actually was talking to her, and I gave her a hug, and we became
Nice,
friends and stuff,
nice.
and she was my English teacher. I've worked with you.
I love it. I love
Oh, it's
it. Well,
Marco.
what's your name again?
I'm actually
Marco.
Mexican.
Nice. Where you
Toledo.
calling from? All right. Well, listen, Marco, thank you so much for coming back live again, sharing your thoughts about the movie. He recommends it, everybody, gives us a 6 out of 10. And
Okay,
we'll talk
yeah,
more throughout the
it
year,
was great
okay?
talking to you, and I hope to talk to you again on live.
Yes, we will
All
definitely
right.
do that, because I'll be going live more often, all right? Thank you so
Oh,
much, Marco. Happy New
thank
Year.
you as well. Happy New Year. And how?
Yes. All
All
right.
right, I'll see you later.
Yes. See
Bye.
you later. Okay. Awesome. Marco gave it a 6 out of 10, you guys. Hi, how are you?
Good.
It's Whitney
Happy New
Houston
Year.
Diaries, everybody. Follow her. She loves Whitney like we all do.
I
And she has
do.
a page that she supports and posts things. So follow her, everybody.
Thank you. Happy New Year,
Happy
guys.
New Year. So tell me, I know you didn't see the movie, girl.
Yeah. I saw it the same day. I saw it the day before it came out in my town. So I'm in New Jersey. So I saw
Say what?
it the 21st, I think, 22nd, like that Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I seen it.
It was, I think the beginning for me was okay when she was like at the piano sitting down and just like talking to her, and I was like, oh, it's probably not bad, you know. It's like I was like, oh, I like this. And then I just got lost when they started jumping from scene to scene. That was too much. For me, I think Naomi's a good actress.
Mm-hmm.
I think she was, but for me personally, okay?
Yeah.
I feel like when she was like lip singing the songs, I felt like she, you know, the hand movements and stuff, she was really channeling Whitney. But when she was like having a conversation with like Bobby or whoever she was talking, I didn't really feel Whitney in those instances. So that was bothering me. But when she was like, when she started, when she was singing and I heard Whitney's voice,
yeah,
I like got so emotional.
I think that was the best part of the whole experience, is that we got to hear Whitney's voice.
Yeah.
And, you know, the only, because Clyde was behind it, so we was definitely going to get the music, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And that was really, like, to me, the best, the you know, the best part. Every time Naomi, I want to see her in something else, because I think that she definitely did the best she could do as Whitney. I didn't feel her as Whitney, but that doesn't mean that she can't do something else amazing.
Right.
You know?
I think she's a good actress. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
But yeah.
What did you think of? There was an interview on YouTube with the girl who played Robin.
Okay.
Like, this is when she's not dressed up as Robin in the movie. And I saw her.
Look, they sure made Robin be like so boyish, butch.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
dang. Let me go back.
Like,
I don't know if Robin was all the way like that. Let me go back and check.
she wasn't like that in the beginning, right? She wasn't dressed like that in the earlier part.
I mean, she played basketball, but they act like she played basketball all the time. She woke up with a basketball. I was like, come on.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, so they showed this girl. I don't know her name. Nafessa
Williams. Yeah, because she was in Black Lightning.
Oh, I never saw that.
Okay.
So when I saw her interview, something that she was doing, her hair was let down, but she was laughing, but she kept like throwing her head back and she was like smiling. Something about that just like clicked. I was like, I think she could have played Whitney, honestly. Like, wow. In that interview, not when she was playing Robin, but in that particular interview, okay? And I was like, wow, there's something about what she was doing and her smile. Yeah. I could see her doing that, but it is what it is, you know? Like, I wanted to go see it because I know that I just want anything that's Whitney related. I'm interested.
Same. But what do you think that like it should have been like a limited series because of the vastness of Whitney's life, or you just think that they didn't get this right?
I think it could be the next step is to probably do a series since they never got it right, I think. So
me either. Listen, I left the theater out and I just looked up to the ceiling and I said, I'm sorry, Whitney. Yeah. They still didn't get it right.
At the end when they were showing her, do you know at the end when they started showing Whitney, like her real pictures and it was Whitney, like
Can you tell me why they didn't dissolve into the real AMA performance?
I don't know.
But that's
a good idea. That's a good idea. That's probably what they should have done.
Do you know how many Whitney fans they would have blessed to be able to see Whitney perform the AMAs on a big screen, not just vocally, not just watching Naomi reproduce it, but like first 3 seconds, Naomi, then we dissolve into Whitney, and that be the end.
I agree 100%. Like that could. Oh my God, I didn't think of that. I was just like, as I said, every time I heard her voice, I just bust out bawling. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. And then at the end, when they showed her like Whitney, the real Whitney, I was the last person that left the theater. The screen went blank when I walked out. I sat there and I was like, just like bawling. Like, yeah, that part just got me, and I was like, I hope they bring out something else like that. You know, as I said, I think the series would be a good idea. I love that.
I'm thinking like, you know, before Kanye was Kanye, and his Netflix series, like the part 1, the part 2, like. Okay, I don't know if I know him today, but I definitely knew what he was in these sections. I mean, you know, The Crown, the Harry and Meghan, like it would be so dope to learn about Whitney from childhood to that.
Oh my God, I would love that. I just finished watching Harry and Meghan too, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but you get it, like when you can actually, you know, like the somebody was talking about the Michael Jackson, the American Dream, that whole.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We all still remember them scenes. Because it was well told and we really felt like we understood the story. I mean, I think it was, you know, told by Jermaine, so it was. Yeah.
Did you watch, did you see the part when they had her swimming? Like they were trying to cover as much as they could. They were like, all right, she did love swimming. Let's make sure we show her swimming. There was a part when she was talking to Bobby and she was vacuuming. Did you see that? She was like vacuuming.
For no random reason. Really, y'all?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, she said she liked to vacuum, but did she really vacuum?
So we're going to make this be 45 seconds. Did y'all get that, fam? We put it in there.
Something something about seeing Whitney vacuum. I just can't imagine it. Like
She did but look, she did like the vacuum though. But I don't, and the director said that she had to fight for Whitney and Robin in the movie to kiss. I was like, it's 2022. Robin is written a whole book.
Yeah.
And you're not gonna never show them do one kiss, and you got to fight for that.
I know. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I saw an interview where where I read. I don't know if it was in a Hollywood Reporter, but she was just like, she wouldn't have directed the film if they didn't include Whitney and Robin, because Robin was such a vital part of Whitney's everything. But she had to fight, and the kiss was like, it was just it wasn't like it was some long, and you had to fight for that.
It was just too all over the place. They were showing different scenes that were the year. I was like, this is not even the year that should have happened.
How y'all not gonna get the wig and the clothes right?
Yeah.
That's what I keep saying, is like, if we regular people with no movie budget and no Clive Davis background can go to Google and say, no, she didn't have that wig.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people that don't like who's not like a fan, like, there's like her music, they're probably, oh yeah, we loved it. But if you're like a real Whitney fan,
you like, this is the I'm Your Baby Tonight tour.
Oh yeah, exactly. Every time I was like, oh my God, why is she? That scene where she and Bobby was wearing, when she has the red on. I can't remember where she was going at that time, but
Billboard.
Yeah, and I was like, why did they just show that early? It was so confusing,
especially when it didn't happen until after they was married. And my thing is that those kind of mistakes, like, they don't make any sense. Not when the estate is behind it and Clive Davis is a producer.
That's
you can have people critique it for how you do, but like facts.
Yeah, and then you can watch it on YouTube. So that's what I thought was strange. Like, you can see everything that's going on. I thought it was a little strange.
To me, the timeline.
Yeah.
Somebody said when she was singing One Moment in Time in the pink dress, they mixed 3 damn eras together. Somebody said, we didn't even see her 26th birthday party. They left so much out.
But they found a time to put in that Clive. Do you remember when she went to Clive his house, or I can't remember that.
Yeah, because he had to let y'all know he tried to help her.
Yeah, and they found a time. I was like, they left out so much, but they found a time for Clive to let us know that Clive, is gay, or you know what I mean? Like, I was like, why did we have to? We all know that already. Like, why did you have to drop that in?
This ain't the Clive Davis story.
Yeah,
this is the Whitney Houston story.
I thought that was strange. I was like, there's so many stuff they left out, but they found
and look,
to put that in.
Bobby Christina was like, hi, bye. She was in the movie for 2.2 seconds.
Oh my God!
I was like, y'all, for real?
It was just too rushed, and they made us feel like it was just gonna be so all that. What do you think of the name? Do you think that should have been the name of the movie?
Child, first, if it's gonna be the name, why the poster is with the So Emotional clothes?
Oh my God! Do you think that the real Whitney should have been on the poster? What do you think? That's pretty good.
I don't know, because it still don't change the way the movie was. Who give a damn? It could have been Whitney. They could have put Bobby Brown on it if the movie was better. You know?
And her thing was, I Will Always Love You. I feel like even that probably would have been more of, a Whitney thing. I will always love you, because she said that so many times in her song,
Yeah. But I'm like, if you're gonna do I Want to Dance with Somebody, where I Want to Dance with Somebody clothes? Where did wig at for I Want to Dance with? She had whole I Want to Dance with Somebody era.
Oh my God!
They said, you know what? We're gonna go with the So Emotional single. Remember that was on the album, right? Yeah.
Oh my God! As I said, the first 5 minutes when she was like at the piano, and I was like, oh my God!
They got that wig. They got that wig pretty correct.
They did. And then at the Sweetwaters, in the beginning, that part was a little messed up too. Like, wasn't it like confused? Yeah.
Well, compared to the real story, or just for the movie?
Comparing to the real story, like her mom, like if you read her mom's book, comparing to like she was like, oh, her throat wasn't like something that was happening with her throat that night, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And then Clive was outside, but that wasn't completely accurate. I mean,
they say, you know what, dang on, it don't matter, just put it in there, and then we're gonna have
the flow of it wasn't in that.
Then we're gonna have
flow,
a vacuum.
you know?
Then we're gonna have a vacuum later.
Oh my god!
I was like,
come out with something else just so I can keep going to the theater and just seeing Whitney. I just want to be able to, as long as she stays relevant.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. She gonna always be relevant to me. I just hope that somebody else can. I don't know, because it's just like, really, like, you know. I mean, she was. You only get her once in a lifetime, so like, let's act like it. And because we seen Tina Turner's, you know what I'm saying, and I think that was different because, first of all, Tina Turner wrote a book.
Yeah. Oh.
That was from her book.
Wow.
Tina Turner was there with Angela Bassett. You know, Ray Charles was there with Jamie Foxx. So
I saw bits and pieces of Ray.
I mean, you couldn't tell me Jamie Foxx wasn't Ray Charles.
God. Yeah, he was pretty good.
Yeah, and Angela Bassett was nothing like Tina Turner, but you couldn't tell me.
Yeah.
That was, and then at the end they faded into her on stage, into the real Tina Turner. You know, I wish they would have did that for Whitney.
That would have been a good idea, showing that at the end. And, you know, I played on my channel. I have that. So that's when she sings that song, those three songs. Jennifer Holiday song.
And I'm telling you.
Yeah, I played that one very.
Do you know I found out that Jennifer Holiday was pissed at Whitney for doing that?
Really?
And Whitney had to call her and it's like, you know, what's wrong or whatever, and it's so crazy.
She's
like,
been mad
because
before
that's your
about
signature song. People could sing it. Other people could sing it too.
Yeah. She's been mad about other people singing that song before, though. I think she went off on somebody else.
Because that's her song.
Yeah. Like, why didn't they ask her? One time she was like, why didn't they ask her to do it? Like, she wanted to sing it. But I was like, and then there's a debate on my page. Everybody's like, well, Jennifer Holiday sings it better. They're all arguing on who sings it better. I was like, listen,
Jennifer Holiday, trust me, like, she follows me on Studio Q. I love her. But, like, don't be getting mad because other people singing yours. Like, first of all, come on.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
It's not the first time. She's been mad, like, before about.
Yeah, I saw a clip of an interview where she actually said she was angry that Whitney sang it, and Whitney called her. I don't think she called her to apologize, but like, how can we make this be better? And she was like, Whitney was so nice to me, and I'm like, you did not deserve a call.
I know. That's so strange.
But that tells you what kind of person Whitney is.
Oh my God. Talking about that, last week I went to Menham, where she's from, or, you know, her house, and got, there's this place online, it's saying that she used to love chicken pot pies. Yeah. She used to love to get lobsters and chicken pot pies from this place. It's like it's 7 minutes from her house, the mansion. So I went last week and ate there because I was like, well, that's what I want for my Christmas present. So I went with my family, and I got there and I was like, is there anybody that's been working here since, you know, when Whitney was there? So they were like, oh yeah, Caitlin, she worked here that whole time. So they sent her over eventually, and she came over and she was like, I can tell you some stories. Yeah. So she started saying, you know, one time it was her birthday, and she sat in the corner over on that side, and she pointed out exactly where she was sitting, and she was like, I got her a little cupcake and I brought it out with a candle, but I was like, I'm not going to try singing it to you, okay? I'm just going to hand it to you. So she told me that story. So there was another night. There was another night she was like, oh yeah, that one night she was sitting over there. And because she used to come there a lot. But she was like, she was trying to
by herself?
No, she would go, it's not, the one night she was there with Bobby when it was her birthday. So she was like there that night when she brought the cupcake over to her. She said there was another night she was there and she didn't want anybody to like know that she was there.
Yeah.
So like the band, somebody started, like they have a little band or something. So the person started singing a Whitney song. So it made her look around. That's how people knew she was there.
Oh my
like,
God.
Said something.
They just called her out.
Yeah.
Lord.
Yeah. And then another time she was saying, Whitney called in because she came with I don't know what kind of vehicle. She told me what it was. I can't remember. But she said she ordered lobsters, like a bunch, like a whole lot of lobsters. And when she said she opened a trunk, they couldn't find space for it because Whitney had just gotten back from the Short Hills Mall. So they had done a bunch of shopping.
Wow.
So, yeah, so it was kind of cool hearing
what
that.
a great Christmas gift. You got more than you bargained for.
I know.
Well, how was the food? How was the food?
It was pretty good. And the chicken pot pie, oh my God. And I'm somebody that loves flavor. So I was like, it better be good. So it was very good. It was very, very good. They had these like truffle fries and stuff. And I got those for the kids. It was really good. But then I wanted to drive back to her mansion because I've been there before, but I was like, can we just, I'm begging my husband. He was like, can we just drive by, please? He's like, didn't you look at it this year? I was like, I don't know how he puts up with me.
Oh my God, he loves you.
And apparently, I did not know that the house adjacent to hers was also hers. So I went to go see that one. I didn't know that. Nice. So there was another one across. They said their brother used to stay there, and it was more like a guest house. It was across. I wanted to see that one, so I looked at it. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Nice. You always have something up your sleeve to share. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on and telling us about, your true feelings about the movie. What would you, 1 to 10, and would you recommend it?
I would recommend, especially if people like Whitney, I would recommend that people go see it and then get your own, opinion off of it. But I would say 5. I'm going to give it a 5. That's what I would give it. 4 or 5, something like that,
Somebody said, I follow the mansion page. He still has her picture in the attic. Scene 956. Tell us what the mansion page is so we can follow it too. The Whitney, they have a page? Let us know.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah. So I guess it's Whitney's mansion. Maybe the owners were Whitney fans and they have a page.
He's a doctor. That much I know. Like
he is? Okay.
He really was a fan. And that's that much I know. He has a name online and everything. Like he was really a fan and oh, I didn't know that they have that.
I know. So let us know, man. Let us know.
You can't see a lot inside. Like they have like
Did they film the real mansion for the movie? Was that in there?
No, that's not the real one. No, that wasn't the real house at all. Okay. It was not. Because I was like, yeah, that's not the real house.
Okay.
They were trying just because hers. They said it was designed off of the Terminal C in Newark Airport. And if you look at it, the shape of it. And have you ever seen the top of it is actually has a heart? Have you ever seen it? Like,
yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
It's a heart on the top, and they were saying, they were trying to figure out if it's. People are saying that they think it's the kitchen, like the home, the heart of the kitchen, or heart of the home is like the kitchen or something. But it's a real heart overhead. It's really cool.
Nice. I'm so happy your husband drove you by and let you see it again. You went to the place where she ate, got to hear stories. Yeah. That's dope. That is dope. Well, I'm gonna be going live more often this year and talk Whitney with everybody. Huh?
You should.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can talk about a lot of stuff,
Yeah, next time tell us when you heard when Whitney died.
Oh.
When it really hit you. That's what I want to know. Like I've never heard you talk about. I know you were there, but you never talk about when it actually hit you. Like you sat there and said, "Oh my God, she." You know what I mean? Because you can just hear it, and then
you didn't read the blog. I'm about to send you a blog.
Yeah, you gotta send me. I
don't know
when you actually broke down. Like when did it really hit you? That's what I want to hear. That story.
I heard that. You want the ugly cry story.
Yeah, like. Oh my God.
Well, stuff like this has kept my spirits up and has helped me grieve her in a way that is not full of sadness. Yeah. It's more happiness, connecting with other people who love her like I do, like yourself, and who honor her and who speak highly of her. Like that just gives me a high,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that helps me too. Sometimes I just break down crying. Like, I swim in the mornings, by the way. I swim very early every morning. So
Wow.
that's how I channel her. I connect with her when I'm swimming.
She loved the water.
I swim every morning, like 7 in the morning.
What?
So,
Wow.
start my day.
You must got a really good swim cap.
No, actually, well, it's dry now, but in the morning it's really, yeah, it was wet.
Wow.
It was definitely wet. I swim every
You don't
morning.
cover your hair?
No, I do swim with my swim cap. I'm saying it's dry now,
but it's still, yeah.
I wash it every day just because, the chlorine and stuff. So, yeah. But,
so that's your exercise, swimming?
Yeah, that's my workout. And then I start work at 9. And then
wow, that's dope.
I work on my channel at night. Like now, like when I'm done with you, I'm just gonna go and see what I want to post. Like, I watch all the concerts and stuff and say, oh my God, I love that moment.
Yes. Actually, cutting and seeing, doing stuff for Whitney has helped me be a better content creator for myself.
That helps me too. Yeah, because you YouTube stuff, like how do you do this or how do you do that, right? To teach you those things, yeah, for sure.
So listen, continue to be great, continue to connect with Whitney in the water.
I will.
What do you think about the soundtrack?
The new song, the new music that they put out?
The soundtrack for the movie.
Oh, I don't know. It was all right, I guess. I like that song "Don't Cry for Me." I don't know if I like it.
Why did they put house music to "Don't Cry for Me" and "I Love the Lord"?
Yeah, I don't think those songs should have been messed with. Like those songs,
to me, they should just been.
Yeah,
because they were perfect.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I posted it a week before, not even knowing. Like I posted a song just to "Don't Cry for Me." A week before, I didn't even know it was gonna be in the soundtrack. I didn't know. I love that song. I love that song.
I know. Well, they do have a acapella version on there.
Oh, cool.
So, Well, thank you so much for joining and giving us all the Whitney gems that you like to share. We'll connect more throughout the year. Okay. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Wish you. Bye, guys.
Nothing but love to you.
You too. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye. See you later. See you next time.
Bye.
So everybody, I got 15% left on my phone, which means as much as I would like to talk to somebody else, I don't have the battery for it. So we'll talk next time. Like I said, I'm going to be going live much more this year than ever, just so I can connect with you all and we can talk Whitney and have conversations like we did tonight about the movie. So if you didn't get to talk about the movie and you still want to talk about it, I'm going to go live again soon. And soon doesn't mean months and months or weeks, but soon. And I'll let you know. Sometimes I'll let you know, and sometimes I'll just pop up like I did today. But I just want to thank you all for, supporting this page, loving Whitney Houston, commenting, sharing, connecting on this live. Thank you so much. Whitney was a great light, and she deserves all this good love. So I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time when I have way more battery life on my phone. Happy New Year. Wishing all of you nothing but love. All right. Talk to you later.